Hi, I'm Marta. I offer simple and super useful tools for thriving in life. Today I want to talk about what to do when a deep and powerful feeling sprouts up and takes us hostage. Like, for example, when you randomly see your ex with someone else, or when you find out that your competitor got the contract you wanted. If we let this feeling run wild, it can, with time, become an obsession. It is possible to get locked in this feeling for hours, days, weeks, months, or even years, reliving the past as if it was happening now and holding on to the painful negative feelings for a long time. In other words, it might be hard to move on from it. I want to share with you a technique called 90 Seconds to Freedom. You can find the full science behind it in a book by Jill Bolt Taylor with the same title. The short of the science in the book is, when something happens and a person has a reaction to something in their environment, there is a 90-second chemical process that happens in the body. After that, any remaining emotional response is just the person choosing to stay in that emotional loop. An event triggers body's chemistry. These chemicals fully exit the body in 90 seconds. This means that for 90 seconds, you can watch the process happening. You can feel it happening, fully feel it. And then after 90 seconds, you can witness the process go away. But only if you don't anchor it in your body with your thoughts. After 90 seconds, it's only your thoughts that create this emotion. And if you don't stop them, they will keep on creating it indefinitely. Unless you opt out of your thoughts, you could have this physiological response endlessly, over and over again. Holding on to an unpleasant emotion forever is one destructive strategy. The other extreme is to deal with difficult emotions by numbing them out. When we avoid feeling our emotions, we end up spending a lot of energy to ward the emotions off. And we never get to process whatever the emotion was trying to tell us. So neither holding on or warding the emotions off are very good strategies for emotional health. We need to acknowledge the emotions, learn from them, and let them pass. In order to let them pass, I recommend using this 90 Seconds to Freedom technique. Here is how to do it in 4 easy steps. Step 1, the stimulus comes. Something triggers a feeling. Step 2, set up your timer or in your mind, designate a couple minutes to fully feel the whole scope of it. There's no changing, bargaining, convincing, pleasing, shaming, nothing. Full 90 seconds of just letting the chemistry run itself. Step 3, cut it off. Change your focus. Think of something else. Let this one go. Step 4, every time a thought re-stimulates the same emotion, repeat the process. Let me give you an example. A black lab attacks my puppy at the dog park. I grab my dog and leave. My blood's boiling. I'm sitting in my car. I start having thoughts about the other dog's owners. I can't believe people bring their stupid aggressive dogs here. I call my best friend to tell her all about it. I drive home still thinking about it. It's the first thing I tell my partner when I get home. And a week later, when my mom calls me and asks me how I'm doing, I'm telling her how we stopped going to the dog park because people are stupid and black labs are killers and we'll never go there back again. How would this go differently if I use the 90-second rule? Let's check it out. The dog gets attacked. I go to my car. I set up my timer, spend 90 seconds feeling all of it. My fear, my love for my dog, my anger at the other dog and the owner, the injustice, everything. After my time is up, I choose to stop thinking about the triggering event. I can direct my thoughts anywhere. I can think about how much I love my dog, how beautiful the day is, and so on. The result? I'm free of rumination, and I can use my mental space for a number of more pleasant and constructive things. What if, you say, something absolutely horrible happened? Much, much, much worse than the dog being attacked. And that's fair enough. That's a great question. Much worse things happen in life. Big tragedies have a way of awakening us, sending us to another level of human beingness. But only if we actually feel it all and process it all. This technique works for all emotions, good and bad, terrible, less terrible. But for example, clearing an emotion of grief might not be what we want to do. Perhaps we want to feel the grief and the love that's connected to the person that passed. So leave the big tragedies aside, and first I recommend that you practice this on smaller things. We want to practice when stakes are low so that we can get it in our bones, get used to doing the exercise. You will not regret it, and yes, it might be helpful when tragedies hit as well. You might ask if cutting an emotion off at 90 seconds is not dissociating from it, ignoring or hiding. And the answer is no. If you actually commit to feeling it fully, every time the thought brings back the emotion, you will do your work. It's a lot of work, yes, but it actually brings results. You can release any feeling, positive or negative, using this technique. If you're leaning towards equanimity and neutrality in your life, you can use this technique to process out any feeling you'd like. All right, let's sum it up. Use this 90-second rule whenever a big emotion hits, whether caused by an external event or caused by your own thoughts. Do it as much as you need and observe the results. If you'd like to dive deeper into this work, I offer a mental fitness program in which we learn to get out of our own way, and we learn how to turn life's obstacles into opportunities. Follow me on Instagram to learn more about the 90-second rule and the applications of it this week. Now get out there and do your work so that we can all create a better world. I'll see you next time.